Good morning. My name is Rebecca McGee, and during this brief video, we will be talking about RMDs and QCDs, what to know if you are age 70 or older and have pre-tax dollars in a retirement account. Again, my name is Rebecca McGee. Jessica Spencer Price also works with me. Either one of us can assist you with your retirement plan. We can help you understand your benefits through your employer. You can help you understand other investments outside of your employer, and we can help you understand the rules regarding withdrawals. If you ever have any questions anytime you're investing, don't hesitate to ask. It is our goal for you to understand what you have and the rules regarding withdrawals. During this brief message, we'll be talking about retirement income and RMDs. What is a QCD? Who does a QCD benefit? Taxes and more. We know as a retiree, you may have multiple sources of retirement income. You may have pension, Social Security, personal savings and investments. You may be working a little bit in retirement, and you may have some retirement savings plans such as 403Bs, 401Ks, 457 plans, and IRAs. Your expenses, of course, unfortunately, don't end when you retire, and neither do your taxes. So the IRS knows that a woman turning age 65 today can expect to live until about age 86. A man can expect to live until about age 84. With that in mind, many of us have pre-tax dollars in retirement accounts. Those are dollars that we got a tax deduction on when we contributed them, and they have never been taxed as they've grown in those accounts. So at a certain age, the IRS begins to require minimum distributions. So these are minimum withdrawals the IRS requires out of those pre-tax retirement savings accounts. You, of course, also pay taxes on your pension income. You pay taxes on Social Security based on your overall income. But in addition to that, when you start withdrawals from your retirement account, you'll be taxed on that money as well, as if you saw it as income for the first time. Your required minimum distribution is the minimum amount you must withdraw each year from your account. You can withdraw more than the minimum required amount, but you must withdraw the minimum to avoid a tax penalty from the IRS. Your withdrawals will be included in your taxable income, except for any part that was taxed before, which would be your basis or any Roth money. So if you have any Roth money, this does not apply, but if you have pre-tax money, which most of us have, an amount of pre-tax money, that money, when you withdraw it, will be added to your taxable income. Types of accounts that have a required minimum distribution are traditional IRAs, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, traditional 401k and 403b plans, 457 plans, profit sharing plans, other defined contribution plans, and the beneficiaries of Roth IRAs. So not the original owner, but the beneficiary. So if you have any of these account types, you would be required to take regular distributions. Those regular distributions are required based on your date of birth. So today, you would have to start your beginning RMD or required minimum distribution by April 1st of the year following the calendar year you reach age 73. So it was 70 and a half. They moved it to 72. And then for those of you reaching age 73 soon, the age is 73 if you reach age 72 after December 31st, 2022. So those of you who reached age 72 after December 31st, 2022, Your required beginning date for that first minimum distribution is April 1st of the year following the year you turn 73. So just keep that magic number in your head, 73. Let's talk the year you turn 73. That is also true for 401k, profit sharing, 403b, and other defined contribution plans, with one caveat. So it's still 73 as far as the magic age where you need to begin withdrawals. However, if you retire later and you were still actively in your group retirement plan and you're still working after age 73, you get a pass. So you won't have to take a withdrawal from that particular retirement plan until you actually retire. If you have questions about how this affects you specifically, please let us know. We'll help you mess with the details and understand what that means for you specifically. But for IRAs, age 73, for 401ks and other group plans, also age 73, unless you retire at a later age. This age has changed several times over the last few years and is expected to change again. So if you're under age 65, it may be that you don't have to take these RMDs until age 75. But today, if you're close to that magic age 73, this is something to pay attention to, ask your advisor about, and get help if you need help starting those minimum distributions. I often get the question, how much are they? So the distribution is based on your age and life expectancy. And the first few years, it's around 4% of your account value that is required to be withdrawals. This can be substantial if you have substantial savings. So, okay, Rebecca, I have to take a required minimum distribution. I need to get started on that. I know what age I have to do that, but what are my other choices? So, one of my favorite IRS rules is regarding what we call the QCD, or qualified charitable distribution. For this video, I'm just going to say charitable distribution so that we can keep things short. The IRS allows charitable distributions from IRA accounts, so even pre-tax IRAs, for those over 70 and a half. Now, I know I just said 73, right? That's your RMD age is 73. But as the age increased with different laws, the charitable distribution age stayed the same. So actually, you can begin charitable distributions out of your pre-tax account even before those minimum distributions are required. Charitable distributions are distributions that you would set up to go straight to a charity of your choice so that those pre-tax dollars were not added to your taxable income. So I'm going to say that again because I don't want it to be confusing. Charitable distributions are a distribution you would set up to go straight to the charity of your choice and are not added to your taxable income. What does this mean? Never adding that distribution to your income means never needing to itemize to get any kind of tax deduction. You're getting the tax deduction because it's never added to begin with. Even if you're somebody who takes the standard deduction or maybe can just barely itemize, you would still get a deduction for the whole contribution, not because you're having to complete a deduction on your taxes, but because you're never adding that money into your taxes to begin with. So it can impact lots of different lines on your taxes and ultimately your taxable income. So who does a charitable distribution benefit? Charitable distributions are fantastic for people who already give. So if you say, yes, Rebecca, I write a $500 check to my church each month, you are the perfect candidate for this type of distribution. You should look into it. If you're somebody who has enough income without your retirement withdrawals, maybe you have teacher's retirement, you have Social Security, or some other pension, and you're living okay, you really don't need those minimum distributions to live. then you might be a great candidate for a charitable distribution, especially if it's something that's close to your heart, if it's something that you enjoy doing to give. Who else does it benefit? Anybody who's taking the standard deduction but still giving. So you're giving, but you're really not getting any tax credit for that. You would be a great candidate for this. You do have to be over age 75. So even if I, as a 40 something, was charitably inclined, I cannot give my pre tax dollars until I'm over 70 and a half. So this is why I always say this is my favorite tax benefit for those over 70 and a half. Because if you're already giving, you can shift that giving that you're doing after tax to before tax dollars. This is also valuable if you want flexibility to change giving from year to year. So this is not a lifetime commitment. It's not a multi-year commitment. If you chose to do a charitable distribution one year and no charitable distribution the next year, that's just fine. You don't have to do it consistently from year to year. It's not any kind of commitment at all. If you want to take partially dollars to your pocket for your withdrawal and partially dollars to a church or a charity, you could do that as well. There are certain requirements for the charity, so it can't be kind of a fake pass-through entity. It has to be a charity that would benefit directly from those dollars. So you think of churches, libraries, your typical nonprofits that are serving people, all of those would count toward the charitable distribution. But if you have questions about your charity of choice, I would always be happy to look at that with you and make sure that it would qualify. If you have traditional IRA money, this is a benefit. So it is allowed, the charitable distribution is allowed out of IRAs. If you have pre-tax retirement money in a group plan like a 401k, 403b, or 457, you also can benefit, but you would have to roll that to an IRA first. So typically what our clients would do is roll from their group plan into an IRA, which is just an individual pre-tax retirement account. And then from that IRA would set up their regular distributions that they want to their pocket, but also their charitable distributions. How does it work? So just in summary, RMD money or minimum distributions are added to your taxable income and taxed as ordinary income. If you are a giver, you might then write a check to a church or charity. While you may be able to itemize deductions for that giving, many people can't or can't itemize enough to really bypass the full standard deduction with all of their giving dollars. Giving in the form of a qualified charitable distribution from your pre-tax money prevents those dollars from ever being added to your taxable income, so they never have to be subtracted. We can always look at a recent tax return with you to help you understand how this might impact you. And as always, if you have a trusted legal or tax advisor, we encourage you to talk to them about your particular tax situation. This, like many other things, benefits the most people in higher tax brackets, but that doesn't mean it doesn't benefit you in a lower tax bracket. Even if you are in the 12 or 22% tax bracket and you say, yes, I'm not making a gajillion dollars, I'm not giving thousands and thousands of dollars each year, it can still benefit you. You can still save that 22% in federal taxes potentially by doing your giving in a different way. Again, if you have questions about your particular situation, we would always be happy to discuss that with you. And just a reminder, can you do a little of both? Absolutely. You can take your required minimum distribution, put some money in your pocket, spend it on people and things that you love, put it in a savings account, whatever is easy and comfortable for you, while also doing part of it as charitable giving. It's very flexible in how you set that up and how you move forward with it. So it's something that very much can flex with your life. It's not a one-time decision. Instead, it's a year-by-year decision about what works best for you and your family. If you have questions, we would be happy to discuss your options with you and help you understand more. Again, my name is Rebecca McGee. Working with me is Jessica Spencer Price. Either one of us can be helpful. You can reach us at our email addresses below or schedule an appointment at ok.timetap.com. We look forward to working with you.